Hello students, in today's session of Python Pandas, we will see about data frame aggregation. In previous session we have seen descriptive statistics under data frames, where we have seen how to find out mean, median, mode, standard deviation, maximum, minimum and other functions. So today we will see about pivoting and aggregation. First let us see what is pivoting. So pivoting is one of the important aspects of data analysis. It is used to summarize large amount of data and permit us to access important records from a large dataset. So we may have a large dataset. From that required data, how to arrange that, we can do it with the help of pivoting. So there are two functions used in pivoting. One is pivot and pivot table. So let us see in detail about this. First, pivot. So the pivot function allows us to transform or reshape the data frame based on column values according to our perspective. It takes three arguments: index, columns and values. So meaning is you can arrange the data column wise or row wise based on the requirements. So using pivot function, it has got three different arguments: index, column and values. Let us see with the example. So we can see the data frame here. So data frame df contains the data year wise, team and runs, year, team and runs. So for example 2018 mi scored 2500 runs. So this is the data frame of teams of in different years and runs. Now if we use a pivot function, pd dot pivot df is a data frame comma. So there are three arguments written here: index, columns and values. So index is, for example, we have given index year here, columns team and values runs. What happens is the data what we have in the data frame will be rearranged based on this. So that is, index will be year. So in the resultant table, year will be the index, that is rows. Then the column headings will be team. So based on Mumbai teams, that is MI, RCB and CSK is given. The values within these cells, what will be the values? That is the runs scored by these teams. So here you can see the Mumbai Indian scores in 2018 and 2019. The same data what is the here in data frame is rearranged and shown here. So this can be done with the help of pivot function. So pd dot pivot pass the data frame, then the index, columns and values. So what will be the your index value, what will be the columns and what will be the values under that. So if you specify that accordingly, the data will be rearranged. So here how the data frame is rearranged using pivot function. So let us see another example here. In this we will go line by line. The first line, import pandas as pd to import the features of pandas. Then we have a dictionary called data, which contains year, team and runs as keys and other values, list of values. So if you write df equal to pd dot data frame data, that is nothing but the dictionary. So a data frame is created with the name df. Now pv equal to pd dot pivot df comma index year, columns, teams and values runs is given, which means, so we are rearranging the data into a pivot table that is stored as pv. So that is, a new data frame is created with the name pv, where the index will be year, the columns will be team and values will be runs. So you can see this is our original table and the data is rearranged here based on this. So year wise, team wise and the run wise. Clear? There is another function similar to this, pivot table. So there is some problem with pivot function. So we know that pivot method takes at least two column names as parameters, that is index and column name parameters. What will happen if we have multiple rows with the same values for these columns? So what happens is there is a problem with this. If there are multiple rows with the same values for the columns, then pivot function does not work. So then we have to go for another function called pivot table. So we'll see that problem and solution with the example. So the pivot table method comes to solve this problem. It works like a pivot, but it aggregates the values from rows with duplicate entries for specified columns. Means it applies aggregate function specified by us. By default, pivot table apply mean to aggregate the values from rows with duplicate entries for specified columns. So we'll see that with the example, what will be the problem with pivot and why we are going to use pivot table. So you can see this example here. So in this data frame, this is the data frame given here. So date, humidity, temperature and city is given. So temperature in the morning and evening is read and displayed in the form of a data frame. So if you use pivot function to rearrange this data, for example, just assume that we are creating pivot function pd.pivot def comma index city values temperature. So if index should be city and value should be temperature. Okay. So column name you can specify or without specifying you can do. So here we are not specifying it. So if you use only pivot function, what happens is there are two values for Delhi 28 or 30. There are two values for Mumbai 22 and 24. So answer will not, you will not get it. Gives an error with the pivot function, only pivot. Now to solve this, there is a function called pivot underscore table. Pivot table function which resolves the problem of pivot function. That is what happens. There are two values for Delhi 28 and 30. It finds mean of this, that is average of this, and it will display as a temperature. So in pivot table the aggregate, that is average of these values, will be calculated and displayed. So if there are two values for same column, same row, for example Delhi, there are two values 28 and 30. So it finds aggregates and displays when you use pivot underscore table. But if it is pivot, if there are different values for the same row, then it won't give the proper answer, it gives error. So that problem is resolved using pivot underscore table. So here there is another example how to use pivot table. So import pandas as pd, then a dictionary is created where you have the keys and keys and values. So dictionary's name is data, df equal to pd dot data frame data. So data frame is created with the name df, print df. So we have printed the data frame. Now pv equal to pd dot pivot underscore table df comma index equal to city, values equal to temperature. That means index will be city and values will be temperature. So here in this case you get the data in this order. The temperature is calculated uh, for each cities. So here in this case 28 and for example Delhi 28 and 30. So its average is calculated and displayed. Clear? Another argument in addition to pivot function in pivot table, we have another argument called agg function. This is optional. You can use it. If you don't use it, calculates aggregate value, I said. So if there is an additional argument called agg function, so using this you can find out maximum, minimum, sum of the aggregate values. Okay, so how to do that we'll see here. assume that this is the data frame given. So if I write pd dot pivot underscore table and pass the data frame, and the index is city, values is temperature, aggregate equal to maximum max. So what happens is, so the data frame will be rearranged where city will be the index, and the we are finding the temperature, so temperature will be the column heading. So there are two values for the temperature, as you know earlier. So here you want to get the maximum now, so aggregate maximum, that means for Delhi what will be the maximum temperature that we want to know. So we can use AGGFUNC function. It calculates the maximum aggregate value of the temperature here. So here, in addition to the pivot table function arguments, there is an additional argument here, AGGFUNC. Is not possible with the pivot function. Now with pivot table you can find out aggregate function, maximum, minimum, sum, all those things, right? So here the example is given. So import pandas as PD, so data should come next line. So here the dictionary is created, then we are displaying the dictionary, then pivot table, data frame is passed, index is city, values is temperature, and aggregate function is maximum. That means city wise the temperature or maximum temperature will be displayed in this manner. Clear? Now see this example here. So there is a dictionary, and from the dictionary we have created a data frame called df. We have displayed the data frame, so that is displayed here. Now print pd dot pivot underscore table df comma index is equal to date, columns is equal to city. So what happens is, so index will be date, and columns will be the city, and temperature is displayed. So we can mention here values equal to temperature, or even without that if you are writing it will automatically calculate those things. So here you can see that on 1st January 2019 what will be the temperature of Delhi, so Chennai, like that it displays. But you can notice one thing here. So in some locations it is displayed as NaN. So that means wherever these columns there is no value for particular row or particular cell where a row and column interacts. So there it displays a keyword called NaN. NaN stands for not a number. So the missing value will be displayed with NaN here. Clear? So there is some method to handle these missing values. So you want to fill some data on that missing value, or you want to delete those things, so you can do using some functions. We'll see that how to handle missing values or filling or dropping. In many cases the data we receive from many sources may not be perfect. That means there may be some missing data. For example, in the given program where employee name is missing in one row and date of joining is missing in another row. Clear? So how to handle this? We'll see some method to handle this. So for example, in this example, we can see the name is missing. You can see the date of joining DOJ is missing. So in the data frame. So when we convert the data into data frames, the missing data is represented by NaN, that is not a number. NaN is default marker for missing value. So here np.nan is written, that means np is an numpy function, nan is not a number, that means it's empty data is represented in this manner. When it converts to data frame, it shows as nan, that means not a number. Now you want to fill some data where nan is displayed. For example, 0 you want to display, so we can use some function called fill na. Fill na method is to replace nan with value specified. Okay, for example, you want to fill 0 in all the places where NaN is displayed. So what you can do is, so the same example is taken here. Df equal to df dot fill Na within bracket 0 is written. That means wherever not a number was displayed earlier, you want to replace those all values with 0. So what you can do is, fill Na function is used for filling with some value. So instead of 0, you write any other number, it will be filled with that number. Clear? So fill Na is to handle the missing numbers. So you can see another example here, but this is not useful as it is filling any type of column with 0. So we can fill in each column with different value by passing the column name and value to be used to fill that column. For example, to fill the name with the name missing and doj with 00000000. So year month, sorry, date month year format. We should supply these values as a dictionary inside fill any method. We'll see that how to do it. So you know that the data frame is created here, and in this data frame there are two NaN values. So you want to display that name as name missing, and the date should be displayed in 0000 and 0000. So how to fill that, we'll see here. Df equal to df dot fill Na and pass a dictionary where you can specify ename should be what, that is ename should be name missing. So key should be ename, value should be name missing. And similarly doj, the key should be doj and value should be 00000 like this. So this is how you can pass a dictionary with the key and values, what should be the values there in the required position where NaN is present. So this is how to handle the missing values. If you do not want any missing data and want to remove those rows having Na or NaN values, then we can use a function called drop Na method. So you can see one more function. Wherever you want to missing data, you don't want to display those records. So you can do that with the help of drop Na function. So here the same example you have taken here, where NaN is written. So there are two values, one name is missing and another one date of joining is missing. So that data, those records, you don't want to show it only, you don't want to remove those. So what you can do is df equal to df dot drop Na function, open bracket close bracket, it drops those rows with the NaN values. Clear? So fill Na is to fill the row, fill the missing values, and drop Na is for delete those rows which have missing values. So we have seen today um, aggregation and pivoting. So in pivot function there are two methods for pivoting. Pivoting is nothing but rearranging the data. So one is pivot and pivot table. So pivot function has got three arguments, index, columns and values. So based on the data what we pass, so the rows, index, row and columns will be rearranged and values will be displayed accordingly. So the problem with this pivot function is, if there are multiple rows with the same values, then it gives error, it doesn't give you the data rearranged. For that we can use a function called pivot underscore table. So here if you have the multiple values, what happens is it will take the aggregate value. So pivot table function also uses index and values, and whatever you specify there, the aggregate values will be taken and displayed. So in addition to this, in pivot table function you have a additional argument called aggfunc, aggregate function. So it calculates the aggregate value, maximum, minimum, sum, count. All these aggregate functions can be used here just by specifying agg function equal to and specify max min like that. So this is the use of pivot table function. Then we saw how to handle the missing values using fill na and drop na function. So while pivoting, if no matching data is available for a particular cell, so nan will be displayed. Nan is nothing but not a number, is the default marker for missing value. You want to fill those nan value with some data, then you will write, you will use the function called fill na and fill the data. We can also pass multiple values using dictionaries by specifying the key and values to be filled in that particular position. And also you can use a drop na function to remove those rows having nan values, that is missing values. Clear? I hope you are clear with these concepts. We'll see the remaining things in the next session. Thank you.